side in. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The same thing inside out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. Now, just try to bend on the sidewards and try to touch your shin bone, okay? Like in this fashion. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Now let's do some twisting exercises. Stretch your arms forward and then just twist your body without moving your legs. Okay, just backwards. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Great. Now let's move. Let's do some forward bending and backward bending. Move forward. 1, and same fashion, same this a level of bending should happen on the backward also. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Great. Now let's do the hip rotation. Place your arms on your hips and then rotate it in the clockwise and anti-clockwise both. So let's start with clockwise. 1, 2. Go forward and then go backward properly. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Same way in the anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. Now let's do alternate toe touching. Stretch your legs, touch your toe, alternate toes and alternate hands. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Great. Now sit on the floor with your legs stretched forward and let's do this Chakki Chalanasana. Chakki Chalanasana is pretty simple. Stretch your arms forward, lock your palms, okay, and then move your body in an anti-clockwise and clockwise direction 10 rounds, touching your feet without bending your knees. Okay, here we go. 1, come back, and then 2, 3, Same way, in olden days, people used to, pound the floor, right? Using rock and all that. Same way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hope you're touching your toes, guys. It's very important to touch your toes and then go backward properly as well. Okay. Somebody has to mute. Could you please do that? Okay. Here we go. In the alternate direction, stretch your arms forward and then in anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. Now, let's do some butterfly. Butterfly, everybody knows it, right? Just join your feet together and pull it closer to your pelvic region, and then just flap your thighs. Flap your thighs in this fashion. Okay, if you think your thighs are not at all bending, it is not touching floor at all, you can do one thing. You can just hold your one of your knees with your palms and then press it. Even this is butterfly itself. It will give the same effect. Press it as much as you can, and slowly, on practice, it will touch the floor as well. Okay, on the other leg also, same way. Press it towards the floor. That's nice. So somebody can flap it. Awesome. Stand up, and then last but one, let's rotate the ankle. Raise your knees, and then rotate your ankle. 1, 2, both anti-clockwise and clockwise. I'm doing it clockwise now. 10 times is good enough. And then same thing anti-clockwise. Now raise your other leg. Rotate it. Anti-clockwise. Awesome. Let's come to the neck region. Look up, down, 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 up, down. Then right, left, left, right, left, right, left. Do it slowly, guys. Don't hurry. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Now touch your ear to your shoulder, ear to shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's do a rotation 5 times, head rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Same thing in the anti-clockwise direction, same head rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Move your wrists Rotate your wrists in both directions. Great. All right. So our body is now ready for Surya Namaskars. Okay. So time starts now. Okay. So somebody for the first time, just observe me. Stand front, stand at front end of the mat. Okay. This is Samastiti, where you breathe, inhale, then Namaskarasana, exhale, and then your hands, lift your hands and bend backward. Hasta Utthana, inhale, Pada Hasta, touch your feet without bending your knees, exhale. If you want to bend your knees also, it's fine. You can bend and touch the feet, touch the floor, and exhale here. Take your right leg back and look forward. Right Ashvasanchalna. Inhale, and then take your left leg back and get into plank posture. Hold your breath here. Hold your breath. Do not exhale or inhale. Hold your breath. Now knees, chest and chin on the floor. Knees, chest and chin on the floor. Exhale. Now lift your upper body in cobra pose with your toes pointing outward, toes pointing outside. Look at my toes, they are pointing out in the outward direction. And this is Bhujanga, cobra pose. Now lock your feet, which was outside, and then raise your upper body, the hip region, get into mountain pose. Mountain. And then take your right forward, bring your right leg forward, right Ashvasanchalna. Your toe should be pointing outwards, guys. Here in Ashvasanchalna, always toe should be pointing outwards, and you should be looking forward. And then bring your left leg forward, get into Padahasta. Exhale, and then inhale, get into Hastasana. Your biceps should be touching your ears, your body should go back. And then exhale with Namaskarasana and Samastiti. Now we have done half a round, which is only on the right side we did. Now let's do the same thing on the left side as well, which will complete one round of Surya Namaskaras. Okay, so one round will contain 24 sun salutations. Okay, sun salutations are done in 24 times in one round. Okay, so this is the left side now we are doing. Okay, same way. Stand in front of the mat. Samastiti. This is Shah Rukh Khan's pose. Then take a deep breath here. Get into Namaskarasana, exhale. Then biceps touching your ears, bend your body backward. Inhale, exhale, Pada Hasta. Inhale, left leg backward, left Ashvasanchalna. Toes pointing outside, look forward. Then hold your breath, get into Dandasana, plank pose. Plank, this is plank. Plank is not mountain, guys. The spine should be straight. Observe me. Spine should be straight in this fashion. And then here you're holding your breath. Then your knees, chest and chin on the floor. Ashtanga. Then your toes pointing outside, lift your upper body, Bhujanga. Then lock your toes and then raise your hip into mountain. Then bring your left leg forward. Inhale into left Ashwasanchalana. Exhale, Padahasta. Bring your right leg forward and then Padahasta. You can bend your knees. If you are not touching your floor, you can even bend your knees and do that. And then your biceps touching. Bend backward. Hasta Utthana. And then Namaskarasana. Exhale. Samasthiti. Inhale. So inhaling, exhaling should alternate, except for Dandasana where you're holding your breath as tall. Inhale, exhale should alternate. That is Surya Namaskaras. And be in the present state. Do not, let your mind roam somewhere. Okay, when you're doing it, always focus whether you're doing right side or left side. Okay, and that is very important. Presence of wherever you are there, you should be aware of your surroundings whenever you're doing it. All the stretches that you're doing, everything. As long as you're aware, you're breathing, inhaling, exhaling, you're aware of what stretch you're doing, feeling your body and everything, that is Surya Namaskar. Nothing complicated, nothing else. Okay. The more number of rounds you do, the better cardio it gives. All right, people who have done it, bring your heartbeat back to normal. Stand in whichever pose comfortable for you. I find this pose very comfortable, as if, you're breathing fresh air kind of a thing. Stand in this position and then breathe fresh air. Bring your heartbeat back to normal. That's the whole purpose of this. Awesome, guys. So let's get started with some asanas now. Okay. Okay, let's start with Trikonasana. Stand with little bit more than your hip width apart. Spread your legs. Okay. Turn your right leg towards your right side. Right leg towards your right foot towards your right side. Left foot slightly bent towards inside. Slightly bent towards inside. Stretch your arms. Okay. So again, I repeat, right leg facing right side, left leg little bit inside, perpendicular but little bit inside. Stretch your arms and then without bending your knees, bend onto your right side, touching your shin bone. Shin bone is the bone between your knee and your ankle. That is a shin bone. Try to catch your shin bone and look to your left. Look up to your left hand thumb. That is the focal point. So I repeat what I said at the start of the session. Your breathing, your focal point, and the feel of the asana. Three things are important. Okay. So I'm breathing. The focal point is on the left hand thumb. I'm looking at the thumb and I'm feeling the stretch on my hamstrings. This is called Trikonasana, triangle pose. Very good for your hamstrings, very good for your arms. Stay in this pose for 30 seconds. 30 breathe. Count your breath, 1 like that. Don't take rapid breaths. Take the normal breath that you normally, the way you breathe, and then count those breaths.
Ensure your 30 seconds you're holding it. Hatha Yoga is all about holding postures. The longer you hold a posture, the better you do the yoga. I see some people bending their knees. You'll injure, guys. Don't bend your knees. Come back. The way you went into asana, same way you should come out of asana as well. And then come to samasthiti, normal pose. Awesome. Now we do the same thing on the left side. Okay? Same thing. Spread your legs. Now ensure your left foot is facing the left side. Turn your left foot to left side and right foot little bit inside. Perpendicular to it, but little bit inside. Perpendicular to the left foot, but little inside. Turn it. Stretch your arms and then bend towards your left side without bending your knees, and then touch your shin bone. Look to your right side thumb, right hand thumb. Back in this position. People who do not have their videos on, kindly I request you to switch on your videos so that I can see you guys whether you're doing it right or not. Okay? Probably if there's any corrections that I need to make, I should make it. It is strictly a video on meeting, guys. It's okay, nobody will judge you. Nobody will, in fact, nobody has time to see you as well. Okay? People are focused on their own stretches and their own asanas. Okay. The only advantage that you will have that the instructor, whoever is instructing, can have a look at you and probably correct your postures if you are doing anything wrong. It will help you not to get injured. Okay. So let's do the other asana. Okay. Second asana number 2. Okay. Udghatasana. Udghatasana is sitting posture. Okay. So raise your arms up and then sit. Sit with your hip going backward, and you should not bend forward. Your knees should not come forward. Only your hip should go backward. Okay, like this. So if you look down, your knees and your toes should be seen. If you look down and your toes are seen, then you're doing it right. It is sitting posture, sitting on a chair, as if you're sitting on a chair with your hands raised. Udghatasana. Hold this for 30 seconds. If you're not able to hold it, it's okay, whatever. I mean, if you have a measure, it is nice. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever. So that measure will help you to improve as you go further. Come back. If you're done for 30 seconds, you can come back. That's nice. So the next asana that we are going to do is the Vrikshasana. Vrikshasana is tree pose. Okay, you're like your one leg standing posture, whatever you can call it as. How does it help? It will help you increase your memory, your focus, your concentration. We can make the kids do this asana because most of them, if they are studying and all that, their concentration levels will improve. They'll be able to focus much better. They'll be able to grasp much better. Okay. And for women, doing this posture on daily basis, okay, or regularly doing this posture will help in toning your legs, your arms, and we can prevent breast cancer. Women can prevent breast cancers by doing this asana for a longer time, actually. Okay. So stand straight with your legs, your foot together, feet together. Stand straight, chest up, chin up. Okay. And then slowly raise your right leg and place it on your left inner thigh, like this. Hold, take some balance, ensure you have balance. Now fix one focal point in front of you, whichever is fixed point, and start looking at it. That is your focal point. Okay, and then slowly raise your arms up. It's a balancing posture. Raise your arms up, ensure your biceps are touching your ears. In Namaskara pose, raise your arms up, ensure your biceps are touching your ears. If you are losing balance, it's okay. You can still come back. Not an issue. Or if you're doing it for the first time, you can take wall support and do it. Not an issue. "30 seconds and come back." Okay. Now the same thing with your on your left side, with your left leg involved. Okay. Stand straight, feet together. Choose a focal point in front of you. Raise your left leg and place it on your right inner thigh. Find a balance. Till you find a balance, place your arms on your hips. Place your palms on your hips. Till you find a balance. Once you're okay, once you've got a fixed point in front of you, then slowly looking at the fixed point, raise your arms up. You're done for 30 seconds, come back the way you went into the asana. All right, guys. Now, the other asana, the fourth asana that we will be doing is a kind of Virabhadrasana. I mean, one of the ways you can do it. Okay. So, get into Parvatasana. The way, mountain pose, Parvatasana. Get your, right leg forward. I'll get the left leg forward, but you get the right leg forward, like this, without touching your knees on the floor. Okay, by bending it like this, try to get your elbows onto the side of the knees, like this. Like this. It means your left elbow is touching your right knee. If you're getting your right knee forward, right leg forward, and then in the Namaskara pose, you're looking at the right side. Pretty easy. Breathe in, breathe out. Your knees are not bending. I mean, the other knee is not bending. Ensure it is straight. Okay. For 30 seconds, breathe in, breathe out. And then come back, same way where you went into asana. Same thing on the right, on the other side. If you're done right side, now do it on the left side. Okay? Same way, get into Parvatasana. How to get into asana is to get into mountain pose. Get your other leg front without putting your stand in this Anjaneya asana for some time. Okay? Like this. And then turn, twist your body and touch your elbow to the other knee. Alternate elbow, alternate knee, guys. It's a nice hip opening exercise. It opens your hip. And then come back into normal position. That's awesome.
So let's start with the Virabhadrasana. Okay, let's do all the three Virabhadrasanas. Like there is something called 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so let's do all that. So let's start with the Virabhadrasana 1 posture. Okay, you just stand, stretch your legs. Okay, and then both the legs just bend turn towards your right side. Okay, and then sink your hip, bend your knees, your front knees, and slowly sink your hips, and then raise your hands up in namaskara. Your biceps should be touching your ears. This is 1. Hold this for 30 seconds at least. Hold it in this position for 30 seconds. Your knee should not be touching the floor. It should be in the air. Only the right knee should be bending. The other knee should be straight. Breathe in, breathe out through the asana. Breathe in, breathe out. Come back. Now same thing on the left side. Turn to your left side, both the knees. Bend forward without bending your right knee now. Just bend the left knee. Bend forward and slowly raise your hands up.
Do normal breathing, guys. Through the asana, keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Slowly come back. Great. So guys, it's all about, as yoga is all about Sthiram Sukham Asanam. That's what they say. It means wherever your body allows you, till that point only you should do it. Okay. You should not, just because somebody else is doing it in the right way, don't put your pressure on yourself that you should also do it right. Okay. So as long as you're stable in the posture, that is it. Okay. As I told you, longer you hold that posture, that determines your growth in terms of whatever you're trying to achieve. The longer you hold it, not in the right posture. Right posture will come, but eventually, first important thing is feeling your body. Okay, that's important. And three things are very important in any asana, as I keep telling. One thing is your inhale, your breathing. Okay. Second thing is, where are you looking at? Your gaze. Your gaze is very important. And third thing is, whenever you're doing a stretch, the feel. If you're feeling the stretch, like for example, just now we did Virabhadrasana and we felt the stretch in the hamstring. You should be able to feel it, the pain, whatever that happens. So that is the three things that should be kept in our mind. That's the only way we can focus on. We can actually give real meaning to yoga. Yoga is all about feeling the communion, the presence of mind without your thoughts roaming here and there. Okay. So let's do the second round, second Virabhadrasana 2. Okay. Stretch your legs, your right foot to the right side. Okay. And then stretch your arms up in this fashion. Okay. And then sink your hip forward with your right knee bending and left knee being straight. Sink your hip forward. The more stretch you take, more than hip width apart, the better you can sink your hip. If you switch on your videos, we can take a nice picture of this. It's called warrior pose. Warrior pose 2. Look at your right hand index finger. That is the gaze. Keep breathing. Inhale, exhale. Feel the stretch that is happening at the hamstring. Your hip is getting opened here. Come back to Samasthiti. Now, same thing on the other side. If you're 30 seconds, hold it for 30 seconds. Hope you're counting your breaths. I'm counting my breaths. That's where I'm saying come back. So if you're not done with 30 seconds, do not just come back just because I'm saying it. Okay? Stretch your legs again, more than little bit hip width apart. Turn it to your left side. Turn your left foot to left side. Right foot, little bit, inside. Okay. Stretch your arms up, parallel to the ground, and then sink your hip by bending your left knee and keeping your right knee straight.
come back. All good? Hopefully no muscle pulls and all that. It's nice. Great, guys. So let's do the third warrior pose. Okay, now I don't want everybody to try this. Somebody is new, let us not try this. But somebody who's been, wanting to little bit stretch themselves, want to do some challenging posture. Okay, the warrior pose 3 is little challenging. But if you cannot try it, don't worry about it. Just don't even attempt it. Just observe if you want to observe it. Okay. So not necessary that you should try it. Okay. So warrior pose 3 is pretty simple. Stand straight and then slowly lift your left leg. If you're doing it first, this is the first leg for this side. So lift your left leg up and then put a namaskara pose in the front this way. It's like you're balancing your entire body on your right leg. Wherever your leg goes, till then. Don't worry about stretching it in the perfect Virabhadrasana 3. My leg is going to only to some extent. I'm able to bend it only to that extent. Don't worry about it. It keeps coming, on practice. All of us are learning. Nobody's perfect. Okay? So same thing on the left side now. Okay? So get into Samasthiti, slowly lift your left leg up and then get into Namaskara pose in the front. It's a balancing posture, guys. With every breath, just lift your leg some more, a little bit up. With every inhale, exhale. With every exhale, lift your left leg some more. If you lose the balance, it's okay. Come back. Again, come back. Again, start. Restart. Great. Awesome, guys. Now let's focus on a little bit about on our tummy region, our belly fat. Somebody is having belly fat probably. In fact, it's everybody has it. Nobody has a six-pack for sure. So we should be able to burn. Okay. And for that, let's get into plank. Let's challenge our body as long as you can hold your plank posture. Hope everybody knows plank. Either you can get into elbow plank or the arm plank. Anything is fine. We call this in yoga Santulanasana. Okay. Get into plank posture in this fashion. Now hold. Get into onto your elbow. Okay, and then stretch your legs back. Ensure your spine is in straight line. Your spine is in straight line. And now count your breath. 60 seconds is the goal. Awesome. Drop back only if you're done with 60 seconds.
The recording has stopped.
All right.
Now the next asana, we'll sleep on our abdomen and raise our legs. Sleep on the abdomen. Sleep on the abdomen and raise your right leg like this and place your left foot on the right knee. Supporting your leg, your left foot should be placed on your right knee and raise your right leg as much as possible backside. Your arms, your palms should be beside your chest. Both the palms should be beside your chest. You raise your right leg, support it with your left leg. Feel the stretch in the back. Feel the stretch in the spine. Hold it for 30 seconds. Breathe in, breathe out. Come back. Now let's do the same exercise on the other leg as well. Lift your left leg, place your right foot on your left knee and support your left leg which you have raised. Awesome. Come back and relax in Shashankasana or child pose. Relax in child pose.
Now, get into Shashankasana, child pose. You're sitting on your heels and bend forward. Sit on your heels and bend forward. Place your butts on your heels and bend forward. Take some deep breaths here. It's a counter pose. Relaxing pose. Touch your forehead to the floor. Nice. Now let's get into another pose that is called boat pose, Naukasana, which again focuses on your core muscles, your abdomens. Let's get into that. Sit on your butts. Stretch your legs forward in this fashion, the way I'm doing it. Stretch your legs forward and then sleep on your back completely. Sleep on your back completely. Place your arms above your head. Place your arms above your head. Bring your feet closer together. Place your arms above your head. And then in one go, lift both the legs and arms together ensuring your entire body weight is on your butt. Okay, so here we go, like this. Keep breathing. Focal point is nose. 60 seconds is the goal, or 30 seconds. 30 seconds is the goal. Drop back if you're done with 30 seconds. Awesome. The relaxing posture for this is Malasana. You guys know, everybody knows Malasana. You just have to sit with your legs, with your hands, legs spread and hands in between your legs in this fashion. This is a relaxing pose called Malasana. A very effective one. Relaxes beautifully. Just stretch your legs, your hip region with your arms, with your elbows. Stretch as much as possible. Relax. Nice. Now let's end this with an inversion posture. Inversion posture is something where your blood circulation happens in the reverse direction. It means it is flowing towards the heart. It means the inversion posture actually helps in ensuring that your blood circulation is happening faster towards your heart. That way the pumping happens faster and ensure that the blood circulation happens in the entire body in a faster way. Okay, so that is the benefits of inversion posture. So you got to learn at least one. The way we do Sarvangasana, last time we did it, that is inversion posture again. But if Sarvangasana is not possible, you can still do Setubandhasana, okay, to some extent. It's bridge pose, okay. So sleep on your back, and get your legs bent. Hold them with your hold your ankles with your palm. Find a firm grip. Find a firm grip in this fashion. Now, take some deep breaths here. Deep breath, holding your ankles with your palms. Take some deep breath and raise your lower body straight in this fashion. Without supporting it, in this fashion you can do that. This is one, at least half an inversion posture where your chin is touching your chest. Your chin should be touching your chest. This is called Setubandhasana or bridge pose. Very good for people who are suffering from thyroid issues. Thyroid gland is actually getting stimulated here. It gets its own power of secreting your T3 T4 hormones and ensuring your TSH is not released by your brain. So this will ensure T3 T4 are properly maintained by thyroid gland itself. Now somebody can do Sarvangasana. Not everybody should try it. Somebody who has a good core strength, Sarvangasana, very simple. place your arms, support your spine, and in one go, lift your legs up like this. This is the inversion posture I was talking about. If not headstand, you should at least practice shoulder stand. Now, in this posture, my blood circulation is happening because of gravity. My blood circulation is happening in a faster way towards the heart. And now heart has ample supply of blood, and it will ensure the circulation happens in a better way, and even the parts where the blood is not able to reach properly, even that will get blood actually. So that is the benefit of inversion posture. Apart from the other benefits it has got. Now bend your knees towards your forehead and get it back. Awesome, guys. Now let's end this with Pavan Muktasan. Everybody knows Pavan Muktasan. Pavan Muktasan is like, you're holding hugging your knees together like this and touching your chin to the knees. Try and touch your chin to the knees. Hug your knees and try to touch your chin to the knees, or at least forehead to your knees. Keep breathing. Now rock and roll front and back. Rock and roll like this. Front and back. It's a nice massage to your spine. Do the same thing on the left and right. Right, left as well. Right, guys, that's pretty much it. Let's do some pranayam and then close it. Okay, sit straight wherever you are. Okay, we just have 5 more minutes. Sit straight wherever you are, facing the camera or anything is fine. And then let's do some deep breathing techniques, okay? Which is again, some people are trying for tummy fat reduction. Even these deep breathing techniques are very helpful actually, okay? So here we go. Place your index finger, your thumb together on your nostrils, your index finger and your thumb, okay? And then left nostril, take a deep breath. Count 8 seconds, okay? While taking deep breath, count 8 seconds. Hold for 6 seconds. Holding it says closing your nose, closing your nostril. And then for 8 seconds, leave the air from the other nostril. So in this fashion, let's do left to right, 8, 6, 8. Okay, 8, 6, 8. Let's do it for 5 times. 5 is too less. Let's do it for 10 times. Now let's do it from right to left. Take in from right side and leave it out from left side, left nostril. Use your left hand here. Awesome. So if you're done, let's do some Kapalbhati. Sit straight. Somebody who doesn't know Kapalbhati, it is gushing out of air in a forcible fashion. Okay. Take a deep breath and gush it out in a faster way, like count it while gushing out. Okay, in a phased manner, like this. Take a deep breath. At least try to do it 50 times, gushing out of air 50 times. It is very good exercise for people who are reducing tummy. Very, very effective for tummy reduction. Tummy fat reduction, very effective. Take a deep breath again. Let's do 2 more rounds. You can see your abdomen region actually moving forward and backward when you do Kapalbhati. Nice. Let's do round number 3. Take a deep breath. Bring your breath back to normal. Last but one exercise, last but one pranayam. Let's do Brahmari. Brahmari pranayam is close your ears and your eyes together. Close your ears and your eyes and leave your air out of your nose by making a humming bee sound. Humming bee sound, leave the air out of your nose. Okay? So let's do it by taking a deep breath. Let's do another round. Close your ears with your thumb, eyes with your index finger or two fingers, eyes and ears close. Close your mouth as well and leave your air with your nose with humming bee sound, making a humming bee sound. Nice, guys. It's a very relaxing thing, relaxing posture.
2 minutes, let's get into Shavasana. Shavasana, the favorite pose of everybody, the corpse pose. Spread your legs, your arms, your palms facing the sky. Close your eyes. Take some deep breath. In Shavasana, try to relax your body. Relaxing is the most important thing. All the time you have been stretching, you have been stressing your body big time. Now it is a time to relax. How to relax? Just constrict your each and every body part, starting from your chest, your abdomen. Tighten those muscles once. Tighten, and release. Come to your thighs, tighten those thighs, tighten them, tighten, and release. Both the calf muscles, tighten, and release. Your knees also tighten them, tighten and release. Come to your arms. Tighten your wrist, tighten your fist. Tighten the entire arm, your forearm, your biceps, your triceps. Tighten them, both the arms, and release. Your spine, tighten your spine, your upper back, tighten, and release. Now come to your face. Just tighten your facial muscles, constrict them, tighten. Facial muscles, completely tighten them. Tighten and release. Now, bring your arms above your head. Lock your fingers. And stretch your arms stretch your body in the opposite direction. Opposite direction, stretch, and release. Relax for a few seconds, guys. Do not do anything. Internalize every posture that you did today. Internalize them. Feel the body. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the music. Feel everything around you. Stay in the present. Slowly bring your body back to consciousness. Move your legs, move your arms, move your head right to left. Turn to your right side or left side, whichever is comfortable. Bend your knees and turn to your right side and left side, whichever is comfortable. And sleep on one hand. Sleep on one hand. Stay there for a few seconds. Slowly, whenever you feel comfortable, whenever you are okay, sit in the comfortable position. Sit in your comfortable position. Do not open your eyes. Sit in the comfortable position. Rub your palms and generate some heat and place it, make a cup of your palms and place it on your eyes. Massage your face, massage your hair, massage each and every body part that got stretched today. Your legs, your arms, your ankles, everywhere. Your back. And slowly look down onto your palms and open your eyes, blinking. Slowly blink and open your eyes. All right, we're done.